This past week, we saw Vikingo versus Omega. And when that match was announced, I don't know, 10 days ago or so, it was met with a lot of know-it-alls on Twitter who armchair questioned every decision that's ever been made in wrestling. And they were like, I don't know. Why should I care? I don't know who this guy is. Well, I kind of argued on this program last week. You didn't know who anybody was until you saw him on TV, and you'll find out who Vikingo is when he wrestles Kenny Omega. Now, you've seen the match. Jeff, what'd you think? Did Vikingo introduce himself to the world or what?
I've had the pleasure, I have, as we've documented, I've been going to Mexico for 20 years. God, I can't believe that. 20 plus years. Super, super talent. Lucha Libre is a different style. It really is in it all together. And to me, curious to see how your thought on this is that I really tipped my hat to Kenny Omega.
Yes.
Kenny, I guess at times, which is great, he evokes emotion, but there is a Japanese style, there's an American style, and yes, there's a Lucha Libre style. And I tip my hat to both guys, but my goodness, man, it is maybe that style isn't for everybody, but the clinic that they put on, I think K-Dog Conan called it art. I thought it was a well put together because it was a cold match.
Kenny made a superstar. Let's just call it like it is.
Okay, I'm trying to say you can call it however you want, but when they walk down to the ramp, there's no real story behind it. A little bit in AAA, but in essence, it was a cold match. That's what impressed me the most. Go out and tell a story on a cold match and tear the house down, and that's what they did. That's simple.
You can be fully invested based on the match, based on the story, based on the moves. There's a lot of things you can gravitate to. But if you're into things you've never seen before and first ever, and wait, can we do that? Is that possible? Vikingo was able to show what's possible, and that wouldn't have happened, to your point, without an excellent dance partner who was willing to do what needed to be done. And I know that Kenny has his critics, but you can't deny that he went out there and did everything in his power to make sure the world was introduced properly.
Go back. I mean, folks, go back and watch it. Kenny sold his ass off for the first 7, 8, 9, 10, a lot of it. And I think Kenny, yes, in the trios, they've torn the house down, but Kenny's in his element. Weaving to me, he's a fantastic singles wrestler because he's telling a Kenny story from bell to bell. When you're in tags and 6-mans, it's just more players, more instruments that are being played. And so, yeah, you can create some harmony. But if you want to kind of step out in front and go singles, Kenny, man, is super, super good. Very good.